I want to say change is constant, it changes. I mean, not like mathematical terms where it's like never changes. No, change is like always changing. Like it's we change every day, right? So the transformation really started with me, like when I first stepped into that jail, like just reflected on my life, those couple of that first week, like I knew I needed to change. My name is Eddie Herena, and I served about 14 years. Even though I was going to prison for life, I never believed I would die in prison. For some reason, I just knew that wasn't going to be my destiny or fate. So I said, well, let me start building something, to actually help make that come true. I decided to like build a resume, so to speak. So like when the board looked back on my incarceration history, they'd be like, okay, you've been doing pretty good since the beginning. That was always at the forefront of my mind too. But I was going to college too, so that was really more like that was really where my mind was at that time. But CRI kept me like, I guess they kept me like sharp. So the way she prompted us was like, okay, let's just say you wrote a autobiography. Just what is one page of that like? What does one page of that look like? It was called Flashbacks, me reflecting on like my chaotic like upbringing, but she loved it. She called it a masterpiece. Oh man, I should rewrite that for real. I don't know. I like reading. I like just like the I think it's an art when someone puts together like words, just creates this like beautiful like story. I like music. I like paintings and stuff like that. I don't know. I just like art, and I got into photography, and I consider that an art too, and I consider myself like an artist. What stood out to me the most about CRI is the aftercare program, actually, that I felt like I really needed. Like not that the other things weren't important, but like this was like really important. Like we've been through a lot. I mean, people in prison been through some shit. Like believe that. I mean, so you can't just push them through a program for 6 months. The reason why it's 2 years. I mean, that sounds crazy. Like other programs are like half that or even like less. Like the reason why it's 2 years because it takes time. And I believe that's how the program is designed and that's what it's designed for. So I guess my philosophy is, we're always changing. We're always like, we're never one thing, we're never, we can't put a label on like me because I'm everything. Not one thing. I'm like, I'm always changing into something else, for the better. I spoke to a counselor yesterday, might start at Laney College and hopefully transfer into UC Berkeley. This was like the dream when I first got out, right? And then it just fell to the wayside. Like I've been wanting to do this. I put it off for too long. So that's another thing Colette helped me with. Like she was really like putting together a team to help me go to UC Berkeley. It's crazy how she just like, I mean, she taps into her resources and shares them with us, and on top of like the program she's running like for us. Staying connected to people, man, is where my heart is really at.